Okay. Hello, dear partners. My name is Dmitry Ilin. I'm a global sales manager for Omnicomm World, and today it will be my pleasure to introduce you the Omnicomm OKO, which basically is a fleet monitoring enhanced with video surveillance. If you have any problem with video, audio, please don't hesitate to put your message in a chat box. We'll see and we'll try to correct as possible. So our agenda for today, we will tell you about the issues which can be solved with video monitoring, solution components, features and benefits. We'll take a look at the target customers and application areas. We'll also take a look at the licensing model we have. We'll do some competitive comparison over a couple of devices available on the mass market. Then my colleague Maxim will tell you more technical details. We'll do a short demonstration, and at the end of the presentation we'll have a Q&A session. We'll try to answer every of your questions. Whatever we can't answer right now, we'll take it down and get back to you. So let's take a look at the issues which can be addressed by the Omnicomm video monitoring. Why do you need video monitoring, first of all? We can do the incident investigation. We can really deeply enhance work culture and productivity, like stop drivers of driving abruptly or texting behind the wheel, which is the most dangerous what they can do. Also, it improves security big time because we add additional control over vehicle blind zones, overloading and unloading, especially of the hazardous cargo, and also alerts on emergency situations. What do we offer? We offer Omnicomm Online as a complete one-stop shop, a cloud SaaS-based application for the fleet management. We offer Omnicomm OKO, which is a video terminal to monitor different vehicle parameters because it have a terminal, or call it tracker, built in, plus a video module. We have Omnicomm camera, and as additional piece of hardware we have in-vehicle LCD screen. It can control blind zone and much more. What do you get? First of all, you get automatic upload of videos with the predefined events into the fleet management platform. We specifically do not send all the video stream over the 3G connection because it will be simply too expensive. There is a real-time video option, but only when you really need it, like on a hazardous plants or oil and gas plants, hazardous cargo, you may need it, you may switch it on. It's possible to order any piece of video, any length, any duration, any location at any time manually from Omnicomm Online. You also have additional information which is built in onto video. You have coordinates, you have time, you have driver's ID, you have camera name. You can do monitoring of crucial video parameters. The data is being collected from the installed fuel level sensors, for example, or temperature sensors, or we can connect a tamper sensor, we can connect driver identification, and of course we connect to the vehicle CAN bus. You have 30 plus events and alerts and notifications. And as I said, real-time video option may also be enabled, if absolutely necessary. Let's take a little bit, a small glimpse of Omnicomm Online FMS platform. It's quite flexible and rich in reporting. So we have dedicated multimedia reporting. We have two video options, event-driven and manual. We have flexible setup rules for automatic videos. Events, like it may be, for example, a fuel drain event. It may be an event if someone opens the back door of the vehicle. It may be an event, for example, during an accident based on accelerometer or whatever. We also have customizable video archive storage size. We talk about it a little bit later. And of course, additional parameters, like I said, driver ID, coordinates, time, speed, anything you can think of. That's the way how Omnicomm OKO video terminal looks like. It supports panoramic video. It supports constant video reporting in 720p 15 fps. And the length, the duration of the recording varies from 420 to 1,700 hours, if 4 cameras connected or if 1 camera is connected. Collection of data over the CAN bus and different vehicle performance sensors is also supported, and data is transmitted, data about the vehicle, about the CAN bus, about the fuel level sensor is transmitted in real time. Video is stored on 2 SD cards, each one up to 256 gigabytes in size. Here's how Omnicomm OKO Video Camera looks like. It's a bundle-proof, quite harsh and sturdy design. It's basically an IP video camera. It's resistant to vandalism. It has day and night mode with the IR infrared lighting. It can withstand the temperatures from -40 to +65 degrees Celsius, and it has an IP66 ingress protection rating. So snow, dust, water, rain doesn't harm it at all. It is not included in the terminal package, it's ordered separately. And I would like to remind you that Omnicomm OKO supports up to 4 cameras. Here's a picture of how an in-cabin LCD screen looks like. It has a quite high contrast display. It is installed in the driver's cabin. It gives the driver operator the option to control blind zones, especially relevant for heavy vehicles, cranes, or for example for loading and unloading. It supports screen division like normal security screen of 4 cameras on a screen. So you can see a single one, or you can divide it into 4 and see each one of the 4 cameras at the same time. It is also not included, it is a separate equipment. Let's take a look at the target customers and application areas. So let's start from civil services. What's really important for a civil service, we have a lot of vehicles like this already equipped with a tracker. So you will know that the vehicle is moving or not moving, the vehicle is on the right track, right route, right path or not. But what we don't know, if the vehicle is really doing some kind of productive job. If its task is to collect garbage, we don't know if it's really collecting the garbage at each stop, or is it not? Or if its task is to clean the street, we also don't know if it's happening right now or not. With Omnicomm OKO, we can control all kinds of operations of such vehicles. For the car towing services, it is very important that the car, especially the expensive one like you see on a video, will arrive to the parking in the same condition as it was taken. Also, it is very important to make sure that while the vehicle being towed was lifted on the platform, the cars which are staying to the right, to the left, back or front were not touched and not damaged. So Omnicomm OKO also provides a great opportunity to monitor this even in real time. Transportation services. Here we have blind zones because we can monitor what's happening behind this semi-attached trailer. We can have a camera on each side of the cabin looking backwards. We can have 1 camera looking to the front. In case of any accident, we will know was the driver right or was it a mistake of a driver. Also, 1 camera is typically facing the driver inside the cabin. So in case of any incident, we will be knowing for sure what driver was doing behind the wheel at this given moment. Also, for loading and unloading cargo, it may be also very important when the vehicle is taken to the warehouse and the driver switches the ignition to off, but he leaves the OKO running for an hour, maybe 2. The delay is fully customizable. And in case some of the goods were stolen or some of the goods were dropped, for example, abruptly, we will know who is to blame. For construction services, this is very important for several reasons. First of all, we can monitor that productive work is done. Second thing, those kind of vehicles are quite clumsy, and when they move backwards and when they can move sideward, it's very important to understand, does they have any obstacles or not? Is it free to move right now or is it not? Also, to investigate the accidents. Passenger transportation. Here we have 2 main things. It's the blind zones monitoring because some buses are very long, and monitoring of the passenger compartment. In case, for example, there is a fight in a passenger compartment, the police can be called immediately, and when the police arrives, they have video surveillance, which they can take a look and understand who was to blame. Railroads. With this kind of solution, we can actually monitor the whole train, and we can see what's happening in front, what's happening at the back, what's happening with the carriages attached. We can control personnel as well, and we can also understand the environment and or conditions of the railroad tracks in front. So we can see if there is a heavy snow, if there was, for example, an incident like happened 1 year ago in Bulgaria with one of the customers when two diesel locomotives struck one another because of the faulty switch. We will also know, was the switch to blame or not. And of course, airport services. Many applications, starting from a stairway connection to the plane, loading and unloading of the cargo, monitors the freight acceptance till loading, monitors the overall safety around the plane, whatever. Oil transportation. We can visually control the condition of the oil trunk pipeline, and this, because it's a very dangerous application, we can do it in real time. We can also improve safety during digging, for example, because there have been a lot of cases previously when someone used an open fire, lighter or match or whatever, and they started a fire, which is very hard to put down afterwards. So we can monitor this in real time and provide the real-time data. Dangerous cargo transportation. Again, we can have the back view cameras directly facing at the cistern, which may be transferring oil, or maybe transferring gasoline or kerosene, or even, for example, a sulfuric acid, any kind of chemicals, and this is considered a very dangerous cargo. Another one is monitoring the driver, so we know that he is doing well behind the wheel. Another one is monitoring the road in case of an accident. Let's talk a little bit about licensing. So we have one-time fee for an equipment like terminal, cameras, LCD screen, and there is a certain installation fee which is attached by you to the service, and we also have a monthly subscription fee. It consists of a standard Omnicomm Online FMS platform subscription fee, which is by vehicle, by month, and it includes 1 GB video storage. It may be enough for a lot of applications because as soon as you download the video to the system, you can also save it to your hard drive. You don't need to keep it there. But if you want to keep it there in Omnicomm Online, we can offer you online additional video storage, 5 GB each packet, and you can buy as much as you want. We will not talk about the prices today because we have attendees from many regions. If you want to know exact price, which we can offer you on a local market, you should go to your local RSM, regional sales manager, and ask them for the price. And if you don't know your local RSM, just type your question at the end of this presentation. We'll provide you the right email. Let's take a small competitive comparison of the devices available on the market. First one, many of you may know. It is used worldwide. It's used in Russia, it is used in the United States, in Canada, it may be used in India, whatever. This is a simple video registration device, which is typically have a high-angle view camera, wide-angle camera. It has an SD card, and the only thing it can do a continuous recording. That's it. It cannot send anything anywhere. If you want to see the video, you need to take SD card out, plug it inside a PC, and take a view. Omnicomm OKO advantages here are that, first of all, we have initial integration of video and onboard terminal to our software platform. Second, it supports a wide range of sensor and auxiliary equipment, so you can connect fuel level sensor, you can connect door sensor, you can connect temperature sensor, temper sensor, you can connect a panic button, you can connect hands-free audio. We do support it as well. It is quite convenient. There is no need to switch between the apps. You only use Omnicomm Online. This is your single source for all the information you need. Whether this information is about the car performance, driver performance, or video information. And of course, we have automated event-triggered videos. So if we have such event like collision, or if we have event which is a fuel drain, for example, the video will be automatically sent to the server and operator will receive an alert. The only negative difference to this kind of small devices, we typically support less formats of the video. By the way, we support one format which is protected and which is encrypted, so your driver cannot tamper with it. Only you can request it to Omnicomm Online and get this video in a real format. Any other formats are really not needed in our solution. And let's take a look at another video tracker which is available on the market. The big advantage we have is our Omnicomm OKO is already pre-integrated with Omnicomm Online platform. This is basically zero time to market. If you choose to buy Omnicomm OKO and cameras from Omnicomm, you can install it on the vehicle and start using it right after the installation. No integration, hassle-free. Why do you need to use Omnicomm integrated video monitoring? So first of all, like I said, video is integrated with the navigation data. It facilitates incident investigation and it really eliminates manual search because you can search by coordinates, you can search by data, you can search by time, whatever. Single platform actually ensures the convenience and ease of use, and you don't need any other legacy applications to see the video. But in fact, if you want to connect to your existing legacy application like an ERP system, for example, Omnicomm Online have an open API. It definitely incurs a lot of cost savings on heavy multimedia traffic because we don't send anything automatically unless specifically requested, so we only get the video parts you need. And of course, we provide product training, we provide certification, and we provide 3 years warranty support on Omnicomm OKO and cameras. What do you get in the delivery package? If you look on the left, you see the Omnicomm OKO itself. It comes with a set of wires, 3 antennas for the GPS, for the 3G, and for the GPRS, and of course the passport. If you look on the right side, you see additional equipment like in-cabin screen and the camera. Each camera comes together with a special, special barrel, because we use normal RG45 connectors, just like in your local area network. But whenever you connect it outside, you first put a barrel, you make a connection, you close the barrel, and it is IP66 certified. So no water, dust, rain goes inside. So now I will pass floor to Maxim, who is our senior engineer, and he will do the technical part.
Dear colleagues, hello. My name is Maxim, and I will proceed with the technical part of our presentation. And the next slide will help us to see how the solution works in general. So, OKO solution provides, as Dmitry already said, 2 parts. First important part is the video monitoring, which helps us to control blind zones, have alerts of emergency situations, and get some control about incidents with which can exist with vehicle or cargo or driver or auxiliary equipment, etc. And another important part of the solution is that we can get at the same time telemetric data collected by terminal, such as fuel level, sensors information, CAN bus data, ignition status, engine speed. We can control discrete outputs. We can get the information from sensors from universal inputs, support flow meters, work with RFID or I button identification, we can get the information about safe driving, etc., etc. So in general, this is our competitive advantage, that we can combine both these types of monitoring, video and telemetric data. All the data collected from the terminal, from the vehicle, includes GPS coordinates and internal accelerometer data, and it can be transmitted via GSM or GPRS and 3G to Omnicomm Online management system for processing and presenting it in form of reports with processed and smooth data available in diagrams and in the format of tabular data. The customer has access to it from any device connected to internet, in case customer has its personal account, of course. Next slide demonstrates us the most interesting features or key features of our terminal. So first part of these interesting features relates to capacity. So we get the video data in the form of HD with HD quality, and it is possible to get up to 1,700 hours from all the cameras, and also we use 2 SD cards. Each one can be maximum 256 gigabytes. For your information, one video, 1 minute video clip takes us about 6 megabytes. It is encrypted and it is MPEG-4 file. And by default, 1 gigabyte is available for customers in cloud storage. It can be expanded up to 5 or even more gigabytes. Also, terminal use cycle recording. That means that the new video replaces the oldest one. Terminal is able to work in autonomous mode. It also can support the powering of external sensors. The terminal itself has ingress protection rating IP41 and IP66 for cameras, which are outside of the vehicle. And also we can get the information about tempering with the help of tempering sensor. Next slide. Here you could see the front and rear view of our terminal. And on the picture above, it is front view. You could see here several connectors. USB is used for service connectors, for service usage. LAN is used for Ethernet for camera setup. X1, X2 connectors are used for powering terminal and for getting information from digital sensors, from CAN data, etc. USB, smaller one, is used for connection with PC, for working with configurator. Also, you could see 2 slots for SIM cards. On the right, the right one slot is used for telemetric data, SIM, and the left one is used for video On the left side, you could see the panel with light indicators, which are showing us the status of power, GPS, 3G, SD cards. And here are the three connectors which are used for external antennas, 2 for GSM and 1 for GPS. On the rear view, the picture on the bottom, you could see 4 connectors for connecting the cameras. It is the RG45 connectors used. Special protection allows us to get the water and dust protection. And this one, AV out connector, is used for connecting the monitor, which can be installed in the cabin of the driver, for example. Also, I should mention that the powering of the cameras, of IP cameras, is being done over RG45, so it supports power over Ethernet. Here on this slide, you could see the example which was done from the live vehicle, from the refueler. And you see here the additional layer of data which helps us to analyze the recording. So you additionally can get information about time and date, about GPS coordinates, about vehicle speed, and in some cases we can add camera name and some other information. Next slide, here you could see the screenshot which was done from the camera at the night time. So all the cameras are equipped with infrared lighting for night time, and all the additional information is also available on the screen. Also, we should say about our very important feature is the automatic upload of video, which is connected with some events. So we can select from the quite a wide list of events which are more interesting for each case. For example, it could be events for fueling, refueling, draining, or just achieving some fuel level. For example, when the fuel decreases up to 5 or 10 or 20%. We can get the events which relates to movement. If the vehicle comes in or out of geo fences, and when the vehicle have some extra stops or some hard stops or some hard accelerations, overspeeding, we can connect the video recording with events which are related to engine, when ignition was on or off. When we work with additional equipment, some kind of manipulators, as I already said, we can get the events like acceleration thresholds and engine modes, lights, seat belts, which can get from CAN bus data, and some other events like tire pressure, temperature, driver registration, alarm button, etc. So all these events may help us to or facilitate incident investigation and allows us not to look for the video fragments in manual mode. It also is available, so we in any case we can request the video fragment which relates to selected time period, but our automatic upload is a kind of our competitive advantage, I would say. Next 3 slides relates to ordering video in manual mode. So after our presentation, you could get these slides for your information and use these 3 slides like cheat note for your information when you will try demo account to play with OKO yourself. So here is the list of actions which you should do to order video in manual mode. I will just list through these slides, and I propose to do it during our demo. So we will switch now to Omnicomm Online GUI. So here you could see the interface of Omnicomm Online. We have several vehicles which we can try to demonstrate with OKO possibilities for you. So let me show you how it is better to try it. So we first of all select one of the vehicles in the list of the objects here, and then you should select the time period, which is most interesting for us, and there is a list of reports, but for the most for getting more information, we should use just some of them. So first one, and the main one, is multimedia report. And also we recommend it to use together with another report, which name is fuel volume. So as we already said, usually by default Omnicomm OKO works when the vehicle starts its work too. So when the ignition is on, we can get the video fragments from OKO. It is the setup, and we can change this if we get such a request from customer. So let's try to see. We also, one of the reports which can help us to analyze the work of the equipment is auxiliary equipment, which is usually used for OKO. So we could select the time when we need to get the information. For example, we see the time something like 16 hours or 3:30. Then to order video, we should select the tab video in the multimedia report. Then we press order video. We select the date, select the time, and we can select the duration of the video fragment. So by default it is 45 seconds. And also we select the number of camera from which we want to get the video fragment. And you see that we got the new line here, line number 5. So we see that we requested the video from channel 1. This is the start time of the video fragment. This is the end time, the status of our request. So now it's queued. So in some cases there might be errors which are related to ignition status or some other reasons. So let's try to see some fragments which are already in list. It might take some time to upload the video from Omnicomm server. So you see the driver on the screen here. So we can see the date and time here. You could see the channel name, CRAN. It is current speed, 0 kilometers per hour, GPS coordinates, and the ID of the terminal here. So this is just an example of video which was requested here, or some other example. So on this screen you could see how the manipulator of this CRAN is working. So there is some moving of the crane, and I think I should repeat that all this requested video can be related to the events. So let's try to see the list, the report with these events. So on this report you may see the list of the events which were happened with this vehicle today, and in case when the event is programmed for the video recording, you could see another kind of an icon here. So if we have such setup here, you could see the active icon clicking on which we can see the downloaded video which is already on server. Also, let's look through the setup, how it can be configured. So, first of all, there are two main parts of menu where we can set up the video recording. So let's select the vehicle, for example, fuel delivery truck, clicking on profile, and here you could see the video submenu where we can select the needed cameras. Also, we can select the duration of video file before the event and after the event, and also we could see here the disk space which is used for this object. So these are the features which we can change here. Also, another part of our setup menu is video download rules. You could see here the already events which are already active here. So we have the connection with fuel draining event, with LLS failure, parking event, and panic button. If you wish to add some more, you could do it this way. So we can choose the type of the events here. It can relate to fuel, movement, engine, temperature, tire pressure, safe driving, etc. Submenu. And select the cameras, active cameras for this type of event. Also, there is a possibility to set up the duration of the video fragment before and after the event. So this is how it looks like, and I think that in general this is all what I want to say about using user interface for setup. And as a final slide, we can see a couple of words regarding our reference. This is KAMAZ Master team. They use our Omnicomm OKO solution. KAMAZ Master is a multiple prize winner and 15-time winner of the Super Marathon Dakar, 6-time winner of the International Silkway Rally, and they have a lot of titles, and actually they use our Omnicomm solution, which is quite helpful for them. So in general, this is what we wanted to present today for you. If you have any questions, please let us know.
So just one thing I would like to add is that one can hardly imagine more tough conditions for our hardware to operate as on the car rally. And we have both fuel monitoring and Omnicomm Video OKO solution operating on KAMAZ Master. We will soon have a video which we'll be able to share with you, and you will see the conditions those guys are experiencing during the rally. So we have a first question, Francisca. Can the videos be downloaded to the PC from Omnicomm Online? Yes, definitely.
You just need to click right button on the mouse on the video clip, and you will get the menu where you can select the file download item for this. It's quite simple.
Any other questions? No, we are not planning the GUR-TAM integration for now. The connection to the Omnicomm server is only available through GSM connections can be... No, not Wi-Fi, not for now. We're thinking about it, but currently we have GSM GPRS connection for all kind of vehicle telemetry, and for the video we have a 3G connection. Can we check real-time video for each channel? Yes, if you set up a channel like a real-time video, you can. Keep in mind that the traffic is expensive, but if it's a valid application, of course. Yes, you can get the presentation. We will send the link for the PDF after the meeting. How long the video stay on a server? Unless you haven't overcome your limit. So if you have 1 gigabyte, like Maxim said, 1 minute is 6 megabytes, right?
Yes, something like that.
Something like this. You can calculate for yourself. If you want the videos to stay longer in Omnicomm Online, you can buy additional storage of 5 gigabytes in chunks. So you can buy 5 until you reach the capacity you want. No, 4G doesn't work yet. We have a 3G which is fully enough at the moment to download the video, and it does it pretty fast. There may be or may not be 4G in the future. Yes, there is a demo account, and actually, Maxim, can you type right now how to... You see, guys, better if you actually arrange a video demonstration with us. We can assist you in this, and we can later provide you the link so you can do the demo yourself, because the interface may be quite new for you. But we can also type the demo link right now.
Or it's better to... I will put my email and you can write me in any time.
Regarding the cost of the device, I'm sorry, I'm not ready to answer it right now for one given reason. We have different price levels for different regions. So please come to your regional sales manager and you will get the information on the local price list. If you don't know who your local RSM is, just ask now. Tell me which region are you from. We'll type you the right email. And of course, you can write any questions to us afterwards. Maxim just provided his email. If the question will be regarding the sales, Maxim will pass this to me, and we will definitely answer all your questions. Maximum length of the cables. You mean the cables to the camera, right? If it's the cables to the camera, the maximum length of the RG45 line is 100 meters.
And we can guarantee that cables more than 30 meters will support power over the Ethernet, and it could reach up to 100 meters, but I think we didn't test it yet.
Yes, because typically there is no need for such a solution. For example, if you are not planning to use your OKO inside a vehicle, but instead, for example, you want to use it on a gas station or on a secure parking. So typically you will have a line, an internet line between your server and, let's say between your router and the OKO, which doesn't need to be power over Ethernet. Then you have OKO situated somewhere under the roof, and then 30 meters gives you the flexibility to run at each and every corner of the gas station. But again, it's better to test depending upon the cable quality. If you use like Cat6e, the best available cable right now, I'm wasn't sure that even 50 and 70 meters will work. If you use a bad quality Cat3, most likely no, you will be limited for 30 meters. Yes, OKO can work with any other IP camera provided the camera supports OnVIF protocol. And of course, it's better to buy one camera first and make the test, just to be sure, because they may say in the specifications that we support OnVIF, but it may not be true, it may be partially be not true. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your attention today. If you have any other questions, okay, we have a last one. In case of vandalism or bad accident, who will be able to retrieve the video? You will be able to retrieve the video remotely through Omnicomm Online. If, for example, you have a specific event, the video will be automatically uploaded to Omnicomm Online. In case of a really bad accident, when OKO is no longer working because the car is smashed, typically the SD card still stays intact, so you can come and retrieve the SD card, but only you as an operator will be able to read it because it has a special format and it's encrypted. The driver is not able to tamper with the video anyhow they want. They simply can't.
And usually we recommend to protect with sealing, which is available for terminal for SD cards and for SIM cards.
Yeah, we have a special plastic seal which you place on top of the front panel. You screw it and you add a simple seal. In this case, if the driver tries to open it, the seal is broken. You know that someone have tried to open it. But even if they steal the SD cards, tough luck, they will not be able to read it, guaranteed. So, okay, the frequency of video being uploaded to Omnicomm Online configurable, you mean the FPS rate? Yes, we can basically configure it to 1080 to full HD and to full 25 FPS, but this will drastically reduce the amount of video which you will be able to store on the SD cards. We recommend to use 720p 15 FPS, which is enough.
So this setup is hard-coded. Frequency video.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your questions. If you have any further questions later, don't hesitate to send it to the email provided and we will send you the recording and we will send you the presentation. Feel free to study it. Thank you and have a great day, have a great evening, depending upon where you're from.
Thank you, colleagues.
Thank you.